The highest peaks in the Rocky Mountains are significantly lower than those in the Himalayas, primarily due to differences in the geologic processes, tectonic forces, and ages of the two mountain ranges. Tectonic activity and formation. Himalayas. The Himalayas were formed by the collision of the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates, which is an ongoing process. This collision, which started about 50 million years ago, pushes the Earth's crust upward, creating extremely high mountains like Mount Everest, 8,148 meters or 29,029 feet. The Himalayan range is still rising due to continuous tectonic activity. Rocky Mountains. The Rockies were primarily formed through a combination of subduction and compression of the North American plate over the Pacific plate around 55-80 million years ago during an event called the Laramide orogeny. However, the tectonic forces are no longer as active, and the range is no longer being significantly uplifted. Age and erosion. Himalayas. The Himalayas are relatively young, geologically speaking, which means they haven't been significantly eroded. Younger mountain ranges tend to have higher peaks because there has been less time for erosion to wear them down. Rocky Mountains. The Rockies are much older, which means they have undergone millions of years of erosion by wind, water, and glaciers. This has gradually reduced the height of the peaks. Although tectonic forces originally pushed the Rockies to significant heights, erosion has worn them down over time. Thickness of the Earth's crust. In the Himalayan region, the collision of tectonic plates has created a thicker and more buoyant crust, which allows for much higher peaks. In contrast, the Rocky Mountains do not have as thick or as actively uplifted a crust. Climate and glacial activity. The Himalayas are still experiencing glacial activity, but because of their younger age and rapid uplift, glaciers haven't yet eroded the peaks significantly. In the Rockies, glaciers have been much more active over longer periods, which has eroded many of the higher peaks over time. Comparison of highest peaks. Mount Everest in the Himalayas is the tallest peak on Earth at 8,148 meters, 29,029 feet. Mount Elbert, the highest peak in the Rockies, is 4,401 meters, 14,440 feet tall. In summary, the Rockies' peaks are lower than those of the Himalayas because they are an older mountain range, have undergone more erosion, and were formed by different tectonic processes that have since ceased, while the Himalayas continue to rise due to active plate tectonics.